3, 2, 1.
It's called EPIC, the Exotic Pet Industry Conference, and it's free to register at epic.live. EPIC is over 20 special guests across 16 sessions covering industry trends, marketing, branding, podcasting, and YouTube. EPIC is for pet keepers and breeders. It's for gecko and invert lovers. It's for snake and spider lovers. EPIC is for anyone who enjoys these amazing animals. Did I mention it's free? Register now at epic.live.
Why are we here alone?
Whoa.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Not Another Reptile podcast with me and my father as special guests. Travis?
What's going on, everybody?
There we go.
Hello.
Jamie.
There we
That
go.
was fun.
Wow, Holly's playing games with us again.
Keeping it fresh, y'all. Keeping it fresh.
Oh, always keeping us on our toes. How's everybody doing tonight?
Oh man, I'm here.
I mean,
You're here. You've had a rough week, and you still made it.
She's a pro. Talking to you earlier, Travis. It really did. And Jamie's been my emotional support, so she's been keeping me glued together.
Yep, and you got some more emotional support just delivered. So,
Tyler, man, that message the other day, whoo, it hit my heart. Loved it. What's up, Frank? Mr. Frank. What are you doing,
He's going
Frank?
to be jealous that he's not here.
Hey, Tara.
hey, Tara, how's it going?
What's up, Casey?
KC.
Casey Patrick.
Patrick.
And, oh, man, Mr. Stan, the man.
Stan the man.
Hey, Stan.
Stan, the man. I like it. I like it. All right. Got a special guest this week. And really, he's not even a guest. I mean, he's actually part of the podcast. He just never shows up because, I mean, that's a yard partners.
He's a slacker.
Yeah, well, we brought him on to find out that he's the biological father.
He is.
yeah, that's what they say. That's what the doctor said.
The doctor
Oh
said.
man.
Oh, that's funny. What's up, exotic world of geckos? So, Tyler, I love your Tyler's toxic balls and biological father with a question mark. That's great.
I know. We don't look anything alike. It's fine. My brother got all his bad
Oh
looks.
my gosh, are you kidding me? You look like you were kicked out of his butt.
Just got to work on my mullet and we'll be all set.
There we go.
That's right. Is there a story behind the mullet by any chance, or is it just you didn't feel like cutting your hair?
No. I just wanted a mullet.
I think he just does it to piss off his mother and father, girlfriend, everyone. Yeah.
I love the mullet.
Exactly, but I do it for, other people.
For
I'm a
Holly,
selfless
okay.
man, Selfless.
Right.
You need an earring and a flannel shirt and a leather vest.
No.
The hair doesn't match.
Exactly. We were talking about this backstage, Frank. Got better hair.
So I know there's two shows going on this weekend. The NARBC Dallas.
Well, that's this weekend.
Mm-hmm. It's this
Yeah.
weekend.
Yep.
Gross.
And then what is that show you're doing, Tyler?
Rexpo. It's Rochester Reptile Expo.
It's our local
Okay.
show.
And then there's another one.
Gettysburg.
Yeah, Gettysburg. Yep.
It's a crazy
That's
week.
what, yeah.
So there's quite a few good shows going on this weekend.
Yeah, they're all good shows.
I'm going to try to make the Dallas show. That's still undetermined as of right now, but so I actually had an interesting phone call today. I was talking to Travis about it earlier, and I wanted to bring it up. What's the name of that company again, Travis?
What's the name of the what?
The lady that reached out to me earlier. Where's my phone?
Palm Street.
Oh,
Yeah, Palm Street. So I have been slacking here lately. I had never heard of them. And he reached out to me. Like I got a phone call today from this company, and it was just weird to me. And I wanted to see what everybody else's opinion of that is.
Palm Street. So they texted me too. And I don't answer phone calls that I don't know the numbers
Right.
to. But
You didn't get a call or a text. You
I know.
suck.
No, I didn't get one either, so it's cool.
But I do know that the Herp and Harbins have done a live on there, and I watched it where it's an auction. They did an auction there. I've heard good things about it from people who have done it. There's a training class you got to do in order to sign up and be a part of it. I haven't done that yet, but I do hear there's like the fees are pretty high to do it. Also.
Yeah, you talked to Jersey guys
It
about
was
it.
6 point something % per animal that you sell. And I was just like, that doesn't sound too good to me. I can do auctions on this channel all day long. And
What was the other? You do not receive payment till after it ships. So it's not paid in advance.
Yeah.
You don't get paid till after it's gone.
yeah,
Do they function as like some sort of an escrow company or something, or?
I would assume they're holding the money.
Yeah, you have to pay. Like if you're buying something on there, it takes it straight away from you, and they hold it until
you
the
can
customer
ship.
receives it, and then they give you your money. I've heard good and bad things. Like
Yeah.
apparently a lot of animals sell on it. Nothing super high end, and the 6.9%. I don't think's a big problem for a lot of the stuff selling on there. It is a problem for like a couple people I know who have sold some like higher end stuff on there.
that's what I'm
That's
saying.
what hurts. Like, and it's really hard to move high end stuff on there. Like the most expensive snake I've ever heard of going on there was like $3,000. But 7% of that or whatever is, a pretty decent hit compared to most of the stuff you're selling on there is under 300, 500 and below.
Yeah.
And how is Morph Market's auction structure?
We lost them. They'll be back on in a minute.
Yeah.
It's a way for them to collect interest also. Absolutely. And that's why when I seen it, I was just not, or whenever she talked to me and like she's wanting to meet in Dallas and this, that, and the other this weekend. And now I don't mind meeting people, but I also, she was comparing them to Morph Market and stuff like that. And I'm just like, to me, that's not a very good comparison. Like, honestly, I've never heard of you, and I hadn't until today. So
There's been a big push. It started, the very first Palm Street was St. Louis for ball pythons. I guess gecko people have been using Palm Street for quite a while. I think Redline, promoted it, brought Palm Street on board, and they did one live at the St. Louis NARBC back in, was that November of last year? And they've been putting a big push. So I know they had a booth at Tinley. You weren't there, Holly, but they had a booth at Tinley.
It's crazy.
They had an after hours dinner or cocktail hour. They're certainly trying to pull a lot more breeders and stuff in. I know Billy Rice and his daughter Channing, they've been doing 1 or 2 a month. Both Rice Reptiles and Reptico have been doing them. So good and bad. I think seems to be a popular platform, and they're diving in pretty hard to the ball pythons.
And they do like plants and like the whole gamut
That's
of
really
like
started.
biologics, if you will.
Yep. Plants, geckos, other areas.
I don't know. It's just something to me. It's like, it's so new. I don't want to jump in. I want to sit back, see what happens. To me, 6.9% interest on every snake you sell is a lot. It adds up quick, especially if you do try to sell the higher end stuff on there. So,
yeah,
because I've never heard of Palm Street as like a consumer. So who are the people that are buying this as a customer or, involved in this as from the
I
customer?
mean, it's been around for a while for plants, and the geckos do real good on there. So I mean, it's been around for a while. It's just now starting to get into the ball python industry.
Yeah.
So
So I,
driving prices down though?
huh?
Would it be driving prices down? So if you've got a
Well, it's the
snake,
same as Morph Market Auctions.
No,
It's-
yeah.
yeah. I mean,
It's
actually,
live.
yeah, it's live. And I talked to Patrick at Aura about it, and he said you're actually getting a higher price on Palm Street than you are on Morph Market Auctions, and the quantity you're selling there's a lot better. So like, there's been people I know who've sold like 50 animals or 100 animals in like 2 hours.
Because I think you get a slot
Yeah.
for an hour or 2 hours
Yeah.
or whatever you choose.
You sit there and the auctions run for a minute to 2 minutes, and you just
Yeah,
show
they
them
go
off and they go.
quick.
And also like there's a very large customer base there, but again, it's all mostly pet people, so 500 and below. But I've watched some of them, and there's 1,000 or 2,000 people viewing it.
Oh, nice.
So like, there's a lot of people there, and like very specific breeders and very like rare cases. But yeah, I've like watched one. I think they have like a popular feed. Like when you go right in, you click on them, and like their top videos or auctions that are going on have thousands of people watching them.
Yeah.
So it's a popular platform if you want to move
And
a ton
well,
of shit.
auctions seem to be the new popular thing right now. I mean, Morph Market Auctions a year or two, but they're slow. And I think, again, people have lots of time to think, and $5 at a time, and
and it resets.
you just get it. They're going to get it for as cheap as it'll possibly go, $5 at a time.
Yeah.
These are super fast. I mean, it's just like a regular bidding auction. It's 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and people got to decide either they want to spend the money or they don't. So it goes much faster. Live interaction, not just blind, blind
Right.
bidding.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to check it out because I've not even seen one yet. So, and I Patrick, I 100% agree with you. I really, really do.
Yeah. And yeah, one thing about Morph Market Auctions too is like, you can kind of compare and contrast. Like, okay, well, this went, especially if you have a decent mind, like, okay, this went for $400, it's worth $1,500, and you can sit there and watch it on Palm Street. It's like you can't really do that. Like, there's no sitting there for 3 days and watching this thing like go up.
Right.
Slowly. And it's like, well, yep. Like, worst case, you bid on it under 5 seconds, it goes back to 5 seconds. It doesn't go back to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, so you're just sitting there at the end, like tapping it if you want it.
So as a seller, do you pay anything besides giving up that commission, that 6.9% to list your? So you don't have to sign up and pay a membership on top of that.
Right. There's no membership, is what she told me. It all has to do with your auction animals.
Yeah. So,
like I said, I'm going to check it
They
out.
don't sell, you don't pay.
Supposed to meet up with her this weekend at the show and talk some more and just see what it's about. I mean, it's for some people and some people it's not. So
Yeah, it's cool.
yeah, I think it's worth it if you have a lot of stuff to sell, like $500 and below. If you have 20 or 30 of them, you sit on there for an hour and just try and sell as many as you can.
So Travis, you want to tell them about what we're going to start doing quarterly?
Yeah, well, I mean, you and I had a discussion, and I guess we got to make sure we get Jamie and Tyler's buy-in. But I thought it'd be a cool idea to just do a quarterly auction on the channel, advertise it ahead of time, and when we get, I don't know, 10 snakes to auction off, we set the auction date, and
it's for everybody. It's not just for us; it's for everybody in the chat. Whoever wants to do it,
And everybody in the lounge, and everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We're gonna iron out the specifics of it and everything, but we want to get it to where when they send me a picture, it's going to be. I do require pictures to do an auction. It just when you're showing it on camera, the snake is going to look totally different than it does in a picture. It just looks better in a picture. And have the genetics wrote out on the side or whatever, and send it to me or whoever's can upload it on StreamYard, you know. And I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a good way for, you know, some of the smaller breeders, newer breeders, if they're so inclined anyway, to put up a few snakes. You know, you get 7 or 8 people that've got a couple snakes each, you know. I mean, that could be something, yeah, it's fun. It's more of a community connection kind of thing than anything else, but.
Right. And it would be doing it on a Saturday.
Cool.
Because people, payday's Friday. That's the important thing.
Oh,
Yeah, and I can wear my auctioneer's helmet, so that's really my big motivation right there.
That's my motivation to do this. I got to see you in the helmet.
That's right. My wife thought it was terrible, but
Hey, we like to have fun, right?
no, I got text from her when we were doing that auction. I wore the helmet, and I get the text, and she's like, "Please take that off."
Do you like to embarrass your wife?
No, but I can do it pretty
it just
easy.
happens naturally.
I think it's a skill set that just about every husband has.
That is funny.
Yeah.
All right. Well, are y'all ready for this next segment of the show?
Yep.
Here we go.
Here we go. This is my responsibility each week. I stress out for about 30, 40 minutes every Wednesday, right just before the show, getting this stuff together.
Let me take Tyler's phone so he can't Google
He can
the
tell I'm
answers.
not
Hold on.
cheating. He can tell.
Thank you. Thank
The
you.
thing is Tyler has a horrible poker face. It's so obvious when we can tell when Tyler's cheating.
Perfect.
Because it's terrible. But I figured that since Fuzzy Acres is a big to-do in the toxic ball family, I would shift a little bit and focus on rodents tonight. So we're going to start with a little true and false, and then I'll go into just a couple kind of crazy facts about rodents, and we'll see how smart you guys are, Mr. Big Time rodent breeders. So you'll go first, Tyler, and potential biological father. All right, first true and false question goes to Tyler and father. True or false? Rats can sweat.
True.
True. Okay. Holly, true or false? Rats can sweat.
True.
True. Jamie,
True.
or false? True. What I found was that it was false. Rats can't sweat. These are Norway rats, not ASFs.
I'm fact checking you.
So,
That's
according to
right.
my AI search, and that's all I did, rats thermoregulate by increasing the blood flow to their tail and their ears.
Oh, okay. Hey, Justin, how's it going?
Oh,
Now, Tyler, if you picked up a wet rat, maybe it wasn't sweat. Maybe it was something else.
Jamie's shaking
All
her
right.
head.
Here, this one I thought was really, really cool.
wow.
True or false? Rats can laugh.
Yes.
Well, then I guess yes, because you found it interesting.
Oh, it's interesting that they can't, but anyway, no. So rats can laugh. And so there's a difference. I looked this up. There are animals that can make a noise that sounds like a laugh, but they're not like laughing. Like they don't think it's funny. Rats will legitimately laugh when they think something is funny. And this was tested in a lab. They put electrodes on a rat's brain and they found out that the same, I'm not making this shit up. They found out that the same areas of the brain lit up in a rat when it laughed as a person did when they laughed. And so that was proof that when a rat thinks something is funny, they laugh.
Interesting.
Yeah, how does that make you guys feel when you're feeding these rats to the snakes? Do you give you a
It
complex?
makes me laugh.
Makes you laugh.
I'm not laughing. Oh, no.
All right. So so getting into the feeding and killing rats just for the sake of feeding some reptiles.
Professional.
True or false? Rats can show empathy.
True.
True.
True. Holly?
I think so. Yeah.
It is true. And not only do they show empathy to each other, but they have been shown to show empathy towards humans,
Yeah.
which not very many animals do.
Yeah. So like there's
And I exclude primates because higher primates have pretty much the same emotional mapping as Homo sapiens.
yeah.
So like, we know dogs show empathy. Cats have no empathy whatsoever. They don't care.
They're assholes.
100%.
I had an argument with my wife about that before the show. Cats definitely show empathy. I mean, no, they don't. They don't care. All right. Now, next one. True or false? Rats can vomit or regurgitate.
False.
We've never seen them. No. I would guess no.
So rats cannot, it's true, rats cannot vomit or regurgitate,
That's weird.
but they can be regurgitated. We do know that.
That
They
is
can't be
very
regurgitated.
true.
Yeah.
So we know that. All right. True or false? Rats are the world's smartest rodent.
True.
Holly says true. Tyler?
True.
Yeah.
I'm going to say false. Just
It
to
is
be
true.
contrary.
Rats are the world's smartest rodent. They've been shown to count to 11. They have limited ability to add and subtract, and they have extremely advanced spatial memory. I don't necessarily consider that intelligence personally, but a rat can be shown a complex maze once and it can remember it, and it can also tell its friends. So that's kind of cool.
They are super smart and they can be trained just like a dog.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Last true and false. True or false? True or false? Rats can't dream.
Can't
Cat,
dream.
what?
False.
I would say they could probably dream.
I would
yeah.
say false. Or no, I think they can dream whatever.
Yeah.
That's
I
false.
say true. Yes, they
Yeah,
can.
rats can dream.
Yeah.
That is a fact. Now, last couple things.
Try
This
what-
one, I actually found out about this in the Marine Corps for a very specific reason. What is the world's largest rat?
Rat or rodent?
Rat. We're getting specific into rats. What is the world's largest rat? You guys should know this since you're into breeding rats.
I was gonna say,
Jumbo.
Norway?
Jumbos is what I call them. I don't know.
Is it just
Anybody know?
Norway?
No, it is the Gambian pouched rat. It is an African rat. Then they can be 3 feet long, including the tail, up to 9 pounds. Now,
Hell no.
I found out about this in the Marine Corps because there's a bunch of African governments, their military uses Gambian pouched rats to find landmines.
I've seen that. Yeah.
And the Marine Corps was looking into using these guys to find landmines because they're so exceptional at it and they're light enough to, well, they won't set off the landmine.
Wow.
I thought that was pretty interesting.
I remember reading about that.
And the biggest rat to ever exist was the giant Hutia, which died out about 100,000 years ago, and it was 200 to 300 pounds, and it lived in the Caribbean.
Holy shit.
Nope.
Imagine a 300-pound rat coming at you.
Imagine what can eat that rat back then.
Yeah, imagine what could eat it. And lastly, rats can run up to 8 miles per hour, but not carrying a stolen television.
No, I do not, Patrick. I do not feel bad at all.
That's why I have ASFs.
So there you go. Not that you
All right.
cared, but now you know.
Well, that was a good one.
Wonderful.
I like that one.
Jamie's up.
Yay, they should call Jamie stupid jokes because that's basically what I have today is just a bunch of stupid jokes. So, what do sea monsters eat? Anybody?
Semen's a bad answer.
Semen.
Oh, I mean, I guess, but my husband's in the Navy, so I can't use that one. No, fish and chips.
Oh,
That's
Fish and
gosh.
stupid.
chips.
What do you call a sad strawberry?
Blueberry.
A blueberry. Very good.
Oh, wow.
Very good. And what are pirates, or why are pirates called pirates?
Don't know.
No
They
idea.
just are.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
There you go.
Oh.
Okay.
That's
Yay.
great. Oh, you did good,
Yeah,
Jamie.
we're awesome.
Greatest reptile podcast on the planet.
You're welcome. I'm here every Wednesday.
That's funny. Oh shoot.
All right, I'm ready for you guys to fire questions at this man and just rip
Okay.
him. Just
So
tear
we're
him
gonna do this again.
Okay. Tear him up.
All right.
Why do I let you do this shit? Yeah.
They're all going to be questions about Tyler. Very embarrassing questions about his youth and
Oh,
puberty and
shit.
stuff like
No.
that.
Okay, chat. Y'all drop questions in the chat, and I will pull every question up, no matter how embarrassing it is for Tyler.
Swear to God.
Especially the embarrassing ones for Tyler.
You wanted it. Yeah.
Can
we
you
really
send us
wanna
that
share.
picture of Tyler with the snake when he was like 5 or 6 years old?
Oh man,
That's when he
Yes,
first
great.
got his mullet, right? I think he had a mullet when he was like that young.
that was way pre mullet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Way pre-mullet.
Yeah. That was
So I talked to you guys for quite a bit at Tinley, so a lot of these questions I already asked, but I'll ask them again for the general viewing audience.
okay.
So obviously Tyler had help getting into breeding reptiles because you started when you were a kid. Tell us about how Tyler got into it and what your involvement was in promoting that, which includes your background a little
Pay
bit.
attention.
Yeah, it's just a bad influence.
You guys send it.
So I had snakes back in the late 1900s.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That was back before they were cordless phones.
Back in
Right.
the late 1900s, I had back in college, I had ball pythons, king snakes, Burmese pythons. Again, reptiles were always a fascination of mine, even when I was younger. So once I got out into college on my own, I had quite a variety through college and even after college. Bred. The only ones I actually bred were the Burmese pythons back then, and that would have been late 90s, early 2000s. But yeah, Tyler. So actually, I got rid of my snakes after Tyler's brother was born, before Tyler was born. So I got rid of all of my animals before Tyler ever came to be, and that was it. So he never really saw them or knew we had them or wasn't around him as a child.
No influence.
No, nothing of significance. And then again, just drawn to him at 7 years old. You know, he wanted a pet snake. So I was already, I was game. My wife, again, my wife, Valerie, Tyler's mom, obviously she met me in college. I had the snakes, married me with the snakes, again, helped me get rid of the snakes. But so I won't say she's not the biggest snake fan, but she's learned to live around them, be around them. And at this point, she was down here this weekend helping clean and water and do that kind of stuff. So when Tyler at 7 wanted a snake, it wasn't a big deal. So we went and got him a pet snake. A normal, what was that? The normal? Just a normal female from not the best pet store in the area.
Yeah.
So Petco.
Like it was a reptile.
An
pet
actual
store.
reptile store here in Rochester, but
He's no longer in business.
no longer in business. Yes. So I think that one didn't make it, and
did
then
not.
we turned around not much later and went and got him.
Two more.
Got 2 more, one for him, one for his brother. Shortly after his brother was done, and Tyler had 2 snakes.
Oh wow.
And that's how it all started.
And that's how it all started. From then, I mean, he was 8 years old, 9 years old. We started going to our local Rexpo that we're vending this weekend. So him and a friend of his always wanted to go. It was like a concert. We'd get there at 9 a.m, stand in the cold in October or November or whatever, and be the first ones in line every single time. And of course, I was the dad standing there freezing with him. And yeah, so 8, 9, 10, he just kept collecting snakes. By the time he was 12, 11, he probably had about almost 30 snakes in his bedroom. And it's when he started pairing a few up. We started pairing a few, and he had his first clutch when he was 12.
Wow.
So,
A couple clutches, 2 clutches the first year.
oh,
Wow.
nice. Patrick wants to know what's your favorite morph.
Zebra.
Shut up.
look at Tyler like.
What is? I don't even know what that is.
I don't know if I can pick. Am I supposed to say Monarch?
Yeah.
Okay, Monarch. Yeah.
No, don't
For
say
Tyler
Monarch.
Toxic Balls LLC purposes, it's Monarch.
Yes, the business purposes. It's Monarch.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Wookie. Right? No,
Wookie, I don't know.
Tri-stripe.
I have a problem. I like everything. That's almost everything. I don't like zebra. I don't like exanthic. Yeah, I mean, I can tell you the ones I don't like. Other than that,
list is a lot longer.
what's that?
I said that list is a lot longer.
No, I like almost everything, and I just I love the different combinations. I'm fascinated by it. I love doing it. I even like bananas.
Yeah, who doesn't like banana? I mean, banana.
I even like bananas, Holly.
Yeah,
Oh my
So,
god.
banana goes with everything.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
So, I love all of it. Again, I'm from back in the day when there was nothing but normals and pastels. Same thing for the berms. I had luckily a normal and a normal head albino and an albino. So when I bred mine back in 1999, I had some albino babies and some normals and all that kind of fun stuff. So I just love the evolution and the constant mixing of all the genes. And I can't pick. I can't tell you light. I can't tell you dark. Every animal
changes.
every year it changes. Every
He likes Enchi clowns, and then we hit 15 this year.
Yeah.
He hates Enchi clowns.
Yep.
Because there's too many.
I'm tired of Enchi clowns. We got to make some that are clowns without
Something else.
Enchi.
Yep.
Right? It's just
Well, I finally figured out once you have those, you just got to find something to put with it that's going to make it even better. So that's where
Yeah.
Cypress comes in.
yeah.
So you just got to keep adding stuff that's going to make it better. So, all right, we're going to have to play the sponsor video real quick, and we'll be right back, y'all.
Awesome.
If you need to accelerate your breeding plans, use Charlie at Grey Rider Reptiles for fast and reliable shed testing services. His testing services offer both speed and accuracy, ensuring that you receive dependable results in a timely manner. As a valued customer, he is happy to offer you a 15% discount on your purchase. Visit www.shedtesting.com and use code TEXOMA15 during checkout to take advantage of the offer. Limit of 2 users per customer.
Meet Sammy, a ball python breeder with a specialty in the pipe project. When you meet him, don't be shy to ask questions about his snakes, as he loves to share his knowledge and experience with others. He is a friendly and approachable guy who is always happy to chat with fellow reptile enthusiasts. Whether you are a seasoned snake breeder or just starting out, Sammy is the perfect person to connect with if you are interested in the pipe project. So keep a lookout for that hot pink shirt.
Python Suzy. He's been professionally fondling pythons since April 2024. Before that, it was just for fun. He has balls and golans, and soon he'll have dwarf Burmese pythons in his collection. He loves dark clowns, leopards, and long walks on the beach with sunsets. He thinks orange dream and blackhead are salt and pepper on a good steak. Hit him up. He'll talk about just about anything.
There we go. Travis is sliding in.
It's ominous.
Oh my
Now
goodness.
someone gave that man a rolly chair. We're in trouble now.
You stole
Well,
mine.
the hardwood floors now. The possibilities are endless.
Marcus and Tiffany, what's up? Okay. I need some more questions for Brett. I want to embarrass Tyler as much as possible.
I did send you that picture, by
Yeah,
the
put
way.
that picture up.
Oh, I did. Let me look. Let me look.
So, Brett, how much of your involvement was your own passion compared to wanting to support your sons? I imagine that was a pretty cool thing to see your son.
It certainly made it easy. I'll put it that way. I mean, it's certainly his passion. He since then you'll see the picture. He loves the snakes. He loves the animals. He's been into this, and you guys talk to him every week. He's been studying morph market and genetics literally since he was 8 years old. So it was obvious that it was such a deep passion. So it was easy to, and because of my own love for it, it was easy to support. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And you basically have been in it since the very beginning, since there were no morphs, or since there was just basically one. So having to play catch up like some of us newer guys isn't something you ever had to do, because you were there seeing the morphs when they came out. And
well, really, it's kind of interesting. The biggest advancement, to your point, Travis, was the 7 years that I really wasn't involved.
Look at that thing.
So that's
So
Tyler's.
is that the original snake? Is that the first snake you got from the questionable pet store?
No, that was one of the next two. That's
Yep.
a pastel female, and she was the second girl to ever lay
Yeah.
for me.
The two snakes that we got that survived were that pastel and
Desert male.
and a desert male, not a desert ghost, but a desert male.
Desert.
Yep.
Tyler, how did your hair go from straight to curly?
he perms it.
Curves it.
No. It was always straight until I grew it long. Like once I grew it out past a certain length, it went curly, which is weird because usually it goes the other way.
Are you sure you didn't stick your finger in a light socket?
Nope. No, my hair was always straight until I grew it out.
It's called a brush. You're supposed to brush it.
I
It's
do
just
brush.
not.
Yeah, they're kind of like dreadlocks. They're starting. He hasn't.
You need to introduce him to Jerry Curl.
Ooh,
there you go.
Deion Sanders, Jerry curl. I can do
That's
that.
right. That's right.
That is so
Exactly.
cool.
So you still had to play catch up after that 7-year hiatus.
Yeah. Because basically, let's see, 1, 3. So I got rid of my animals in 2000.
1 or 2.
No, Jake was born in 3. So 2003, 2004 is when I got rid of them, and then probably didn't get back in until you were roughly 8 years old, 7 years old.
So that was 2013.
So 2013. So about 10 years,
What kind of morphs did you have?
When he kept balls, it was
For me, ball pythons, again, back in 1997, it was normals. May have had a pastel. That was the extent. Everything was basically normal from a ball python standpoint. Albinos were just coming out, super expensive. 1897, just like Frank said. Except we're the same age, so.
Oh,
yeah, you old.
Dan, good question.
Oh wow, put him on the spot.
Nope. I think if she's still in here, she should write a 3-page essay on why that's not the right thing right now, I guess.
Do you?
Maybe you can explain, I don't know. Nope, haven't.
So this had been a hobby for a long time. When did you guys decide it was going to go to scale and you guys were going to make it a business? What did that look like? What was that conversation all about?
I vividly remember. I tell this story. You might think of it differently.
Go ahead.
But I remember there was a point, I think I was probably at like 70 or 80 snakes. They were moved down here, and I had a conversation with them. And almost every night I would like come downstairs, like come upstairs and be like, I want this snake. Like, we should get the snake. And I probably went on like every day for 3 months, and every day for 3 months, like it was a no. And I was like, God, this fucking sucks. Like, we're not getting more snakes. Which I was like, I was fed up. And in 20, was it 20 or 21? 20 or 21 is when we got the offer to buy the collection that we ended up purchasing. And I remember like they called me, they explained this whole deal to me. And this was again 3 months after like you can't buy a single snake. They were like, do you want 250 snakes? And I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, I've been told no for 700 days straight. So I don't even want to bring this to them. And like, I got a call from them. Then I called my friend first before I asked him. I was like, I don't even know if I should go tell him about this thing. I did end up like going and talking to him about it. And
Who is the friend?
Dino Torlone, D'Angelo Reptiles, who no longer is breeding.
Okay.
He's in school, but he'll get back into it. Yeah. So got off the phone with him and I was like, I'm going to go tell him. And their response was not what I expected. They were like, okay, we'll think about it. Whoa.
You can't have one snake, but we'll think about 250.
Like, what's the problem? So that's when, for me too, it kind of like flipped for both of us. Was like once that collection kind of came available, is when we really started treating it like a business. Like since I was young, it's what I had always wanted to do as a business.
Right.
But you know, I was still breeding snakes for. I still breed snakes for fun, but I was really just breeding snakes for fun and getting a few clutches a year and like.
Hey, Charlie.
Selling them all
Charlie's
in
here.
a month and a half.
Nice.
Right.
Charlie's here. Woohoo! Charlie, we're questioning Brett this evening. So
My poor decision making.
Yup.
decision making.
But if that is there any difference?
No, I think that was, I mean, for a true business, that was the turning point when we were offered the collection. Again, we were already in deep 60, 70 snakes, but hadn't really turned the corner and said, there you go. Thanks, Charlie. I'm not the only one. But
not by far.
yeah, when the collection came up, that was the big conversation, obviously, is if we make this jump, it's a business, it's your life, and we need to go that route. And that's what happened. So we supported with helping with that move and that purchase, and also with the vans and banners and backdrops and display cases and lots
Everything
of road
that came
trips
along with
and
it.
everything that goes with
That's
it.
what family does. I mean, that's awesome that you guys are able to do this together. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how often, a father, son, or mother, daughter, or whatever combo can go into business together and just have a blast doing it. I hung out with you guys at Tindley and you guys are having a blast. That's awesome. I love it. Love to see that.
Yeah. They're always together. I feel like, to me, running our business, all the business decisions are made by me. And I will talk to Bobby about it. I'm like, okay, I really want this snake, but is this what we need right now? Every time he's just like, whatever you want, babe. Right. Whatever makes you happy. But I have to be the one to look at the collection and see, hey, is this purchase going to further my projects and stuff? And to where you two guys, you seem like you work really well together in making those choices.
Yeah.
And that's awesome.
Yeah, I think we do. Again,
only one person makes their decisions.
Yeah, no, it's good. Again, obviously he's always wanting to buy, and I'm always the one that's still got to say no
I'm
half
the
of the
gas.
time. But
I'm the gas. He's the
you're
brake.
you're the gas, I'm the brake. But no, it is, again, the nice part is, yeah, I love the snakes, love the genetics, love everything about it. So it's just as hard for me to say no.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, Valerie's the real boss, that's
Yeah.
true, but it's really hard for me to say no. And yes, I can listen to him plead his case on genetics and how it's going to work in the collection and who he's going to breed it to and where and why, and we try to make those decisions
Right.
together as much as possible.
So at this point, is it still, as far as your collection and stuff, still 50% Tyler's and 50% yours?
It's 100% both of ours. I don't know.
Yeah.
How
We're going to make them count snakes.
I mean,
No.
so the
No, not that,
reality
as
is,
far
all
as
of
like
this-
the whole business.
yeah. So all of this started before Tyler was 18. So
Right.
technically, legally, it's all mine and Valerie's in our name. Now that Tyler's done with school, there's other business ways that he's taking it over and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Over time. But so, but again, that's just a technicality. He was underage to start anything at any point in time. So
Sure.
it's Tyler's Toxic Balls. It's his business,
His baby.
his baby. So there's nothing that's, it's certainly not 50-50, like half of the snakes are mine and half are his.
No, but it's
Partnership.
They're all his.
yeah,
They're
there
all
you go.
ours as a group, as a team. At some point in time, his goal is to he needs to buy his mom and dad out on the back end at some
Damn
point.
right he does.
There's some recouping that is required. This when I can retire from my job and just scrape rat shit and clean snakes for a living. As scary as that sounds, that's heaven to me, versus real work. So I'm good with snake cleaning and rat cleaning.
Right.
Right.
So when you were at 60 or 70 snakes before you bought into that big collection, were you guys already breeding your own rats? When did that all happen?
We just had, at that point, we actually just had a few colonies of mice in our garage, and it was mostly to, because we had a couple years of breeding and hatchlings and getting babies started and needing live. So at that point, we were feeding 95% frozen and had hatchling, some mouse colonies, just a couple tanks, literally glass tanks with some mouse colonies to feed hatchlings. And back at that point in time,
rat prices were pretty cheap.
Rat prices were cheaper, and Fuzzy Acres was a supplier here in Rochester that Tyler worked for, and we could get rats and live rodents very, very reasonable and local.
Yeah.
So,
It was.
And so when did you guys, so obviously you got the 250 snake collection, and I'm assuming at that point you're like, we've got to scale up the rodent production.
Very quickly.
Instantly. I mean, it was a huge learning curve, and just trying to adjust everything, catch up on everything, facilities, food, all rodent breeding, everything else.
Time management, all that stuff.
Time management as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a big learning curve for quite a few months and months. We definitely felt like we were behind the 8 ball. I mean, again, we weren't breeding. We were spending. I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you the going and buying $600 worth of frozen and then turning around 3 weeks later and then buying 600, and then The big kicker for us, and Tyler will tell the same story. When we went, the other reason we knew we needed live was, we came down here one day when you have a collection that big, thought out, I don't know, Tyler thought 100, 150, 180 rats.
Yeah.
And no one ate.
Oh,
We threw away 100 rats.
And you're throwing away 100 rats, and you're looking at it going, that's
$300.
$250, $300 you just thawed and threw in the garbage.
Right.
So that was I wanted to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I can empathize with you on a much, much smaller scale.
Yeah.
As I told you guys about my small, 18 snake collection at the time. So November, everybody went off food, nobody ate, and I threw everything out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did that, but we did it on a huge, huge scale, and it just promoted how much we needed the live. So we jumped right into live in the garage until I could get a small barn out back. We had a 12 by 32 foot barn jam-packed full of rats and ASFs to feed the collection. And even that was, at times struggling to keep up between feeding ours and then again,
Frank's and
a few other collections, people would start hitting us up. So, and now we're trying to fill 7,500 square feet.
Yeah. So
I think that's a really awesome goal, because I know I make more money off of rats than I do snakes.
Yep.
And you're going to be the same way. Plus, with the size of that facility, building it up and everything, you're going to be doing awesome.
That's the goal. It's obviously just getting there as fast as we can. So that's we've brought rodents in. We've been building racks. Tyler's been, it's just like snakes. He's got hold back females for days.
Yep.
Just trying to grow them up, get them into colonies, and hopefully it all continues to grow exponentially.
I'm ready for your grand opening, because Sammy's already said you're coming.
Yep.
So
Jamie texted today too. So
yep.
Hopefully June-ish.
Yeah, we got to wait because it was snowing today here in Rochester. So
that's so. Yesterday here it was 92. Today it was 68.
Yeah.
So our weather is all over the map. So I can't imagine, like, it will still here in April snow.
That's so bad.
Well, it'll snow May here. Yeah.
Yep. So we got one more month, and then we'll start figuring out what we're doing.
Yep.
So this is Fuzzy Acres. You guys bought the existing company and have moved it.
Yeah, we bought the company that Tyler used to work for when he was 15. So he'd been in business here in Rochester, 14, 15, whatever. But he's been in business here in Rochester for over 10, 12 years. And again, downsized during COVID and was still maintaining the business. But I think, again, COVID, he had issues with people, workers, all that kind of stuff. So he drastically scaled back in the Rochester area. And then so we were actually reaching out for some advice. We were doing this no matter what. And he said he thought he was done and ready to retire, and offered the business to Tyler.
That's amazing. You had to prove something to that man, Tyler, for him to do that. You know,
his first when we were talking, he was like, "I didn't think you were going to be the one." But like, Josh, like, well,
I mean, look at you.
Yeah, no, It's funny. Like, I was taught last time I saw him, I saw his wife, and she's still like, all I can see is like a 13-year-old kid when I look at you. I was like, wow.
Yeah, we used to drive Tyler up there every day after school, weekends, whatever, drop him off. And scrape bins for.
When I left, I said, I'm not doing rats ever again unless they're for myself. And
well, here you go.
That's where I'm at. So,
yep.
So, so are you guys are selling nationwide, right?
Yep.
And that capability is up and running?
Yes. Oh yeah.
It is. Yep.
And so where can people go to buy your rats?
Fuzzyacresrodents.com.
No, fuzzyacres.com.
Fuzzyacres.com.
No rodents. Fuzzyacres.com. Yep.
I'm gonna
I
be
still
making
think
my
it needs to
purchase.
be Tyler's toxic rats.
Tyler's Toxic Rats. We thought about that.
We did.
I think that would be a badass logo.
Would they sell though? What
I
did
don't
you
know if I
think?
want
That was
toxic
I don't want to.
concern.
Everybody knows Tyler. You cannot go to a show. He's been in the business for so long. If you don't know Tyler, you're slacking.
Yeah, but
So-
I'm not.
It could
Yeah,
be Tyler's fuzzy buddies.
Ooh.
Maybe
I
that's
like
right
that.
for this. Fuzz.
Tyler's Fuzzy Buddies.
Tyler's mullet rodents.
Yeah, I've got to get Fuzzy Acres rats because I've got Fuzzy Friend Friday. So I mean that's
I need to make a logo for y'all with a rat with a mullet.
Oh,
That would be awesome.
Mullet rat.
Mullet. All right, guys. Any more? Jamie, you got some questions? We're coming up on an hour.
Let's end it with a embarrassing, somewhat appropriate for the internet story of Tyler as a teenager growing up or young kid or
Oh,
whatever.
I don't even know what you're gonna come up with.
I don't know. I gotta think. What?
Some juicy dad intel.
Yeah, there we go. What made you just roll your eyes at Tyler the hardest? Be like, I'll never tell this story. This is my kid. This embarrasses me.
I don't know.
I man,
He's like, there's too many.
there's too many. I don't know.
You can't pick just one.
I can't. Yeah.
I don't know. How about me and Jake's fucking sink water fight when you got home from work when the whole fucking floor upstairs was wet?
I can't even.
That's good. You were happy about that. There's a lot that aren't internet appropriate. Probably.
Yeah.
I figure you got an older brother too, right? So it's just the two boys.
Oh, yeah, two boys. So, yeah, again, boy stuff. Just
Yeah, I got three
just
boys, so I think I know.
two boys, very close in age. They're only 18 months apart. So, yeah,
Yep, that's a recipe for disaster.
They kept
Lots
you
of-
on your toes for sure.
lots
That's
of
where all your hair
wrestling,
went.
lots of broken things, lots of running around half naked, lots of
That doesn't sound like anything new.
No.
no.
Wait, what?
You agree.
We're. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to prepare something juicy for another time. I gotta think. Not good on the spot.
So, Brett, can I go ahead and add you to the Reptile Lounge now?
Well, you can try. I mean, it's usually my bedtime. That's the problem. You can add me to the group chat, but you guys are keeping me up really late tonight. I'm old.
He's old as shit.
I'm old.
Okay, you've got to be younger than me.
I just look young.
I'll be 45 in December.
Balding.
See?
Yes, yeah. No,
Isn't that
you're
funny? I love it.
he's the oldest, he's the oldest around. It's fine. Always. It's pretty good.
Keep feeling that.
Frank
I keep
said you're
feeling that way. See? Right. And Frank and I are the same age. He just needs to keep remembering that. So he
So
can't
how
throw
old
any,
are you, Brett?
he can't throw any shade. 49. I'll be 50 in a couple months.
There we go.
Same here. We're the same age.
Well,
Yep.
you're rocking it, man. You're doing good.
Yeah, but he has toddlers.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
He's
that's-
pump them out.
Yeah, no. We
Come on.
we both went, man, we're no, get it done early. And I said
I got it
50
done
years
early,
old,
and then I did it again.
50 years old and try to kick him out. That's it.
Yeah.
So I mean,
That's funny. You're just ready to get him out of your house, huh? Get out of my house. Take your snakes. Get out of
Well,
my
it's
house.
one step closer. The snakes are out.
he's gonna want to keep the snakes. Once they're gone, he's gonna.
Well, he'll keep the monarch stuff.
All the
So-
monarch stuff stays.
I'll give him the Xanthics.
We ain't got none of those.
Yeah, we do.
Monarch is so pretty. I'll just say that.
So good.
I've seen
Now
it.
that you have them,
I like it. I have it.
Jane.
It's awesome.
You're just saying that because you have it.
I
Ultramarine
have it.
still the best.
Yeah, it's great.
Ouch. No. Well,
Oh
we should
my
have
gosh.
thrown Monarch in the box to Holly.
Ooh, that would have been
Maybe
good.
next year.
That's funny.
You passed
I'll
that
throw
one.
something back. I'll throw some Xanthic back at you.
Oh no, we don't take that.
All right,
That's
everybody. Brett, thank you for your time and coming on the show. It's
Thanks
been
for having
fun.
me. Great
Anytime.
talking, everybody.
Yep.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Take care, guys.